Trent Alexander-Arnold has confirmed today that he is leaving Liverpool and will be joining Real Madrid. It's not the newest news. We've heard it all season long, and it's been fed into the media in every single outlet. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed it today as well, and Trent has put a lovely heartfelt video to all the Liverpool fans saying that he's leaving Liverpool after 20 years commitment to that club. And if he can replicate any of the success he showed at Liverpool, then at Real Madrid he's going to have an amazing time. But the question is, where does he fit into potentially Xabi Alonso's team? Well, of course, we know that Xabi Alonso likes to play with either a 4 or mainly a 3 at the back. Can Trent Alexander-Arnold be the right wing back for Alonso? Or will we see him play more of a central midfield role, which we have seen for England several times? And I don't think that really suits him. I think being on that right-hand side and overlapping consistently on the right-hand side, but also tracking back, doing his defensive duties, which do need to improve, by the way, that's an absolute gimme. His defensive attributes need to improve. Attacking wise, he is excellent. His vision, his actual chance creation is some of the best in world football. And for us looking at it as Real Madrid fans, he's going to offer so much to the likes of Mbappe, to the likes of Vini, to every single player in that Real Madrid team. Obviously, one of his best mates joining up as well, Jude Bellingham. And I can see great link-up play between those two as well. So it's all down to how the team actually fits to Trent also, because he could join and it will take him time to adapt to the team. That's mainly the worry here. It's going to take us time to adapt to Alonso himself if he actually joins as the manager of Real Madrid. But feeding everything into the news, there's so much going on today for Real Madrid. There's also other talks of William Saliba, now even more progressive talks, joining Real Madrid as a centre-back. Do you know how great this Real Madrid team is going to be? And I think I know why. They've seen Barcelona this season just go like a rocket, steamroll every single competition, LaLiga, Copa del Rey, in the semi-final of the Champions League. And Real Madrid need to compete. The only way that Real Madrid are going to compete is by making a super Galacticos team. That's the only way they're going to compete, by actually spending the money they need to recruit the absolute best talent in the world. But does that necessarily make a team? No, it doesn't. That is all down to the manager and whoever actually is going to take charge of this team, because other outlets are saying Klopp as well. Alonso is pretty much confirmed. So we just really need to see this in action. And with the arrival last year of Mbappe and with the new arrivals of Trent and maybe Saliba and others as well, this team needs to strengthen in certain areas. I've mentioned it in my previous videos that we need to strengthen in areas mainly defensive. And Saliba Trent is contributing to that big time. And I think other areas as well, central defensive midfielder needs to be strengthened. We need to have a very good solid one there, and I can see Zubimendi taking the place and taking the reins here. Not so much on a Toni Kroos level, obviously in the playmaking attributes. No one can replace Toni Kroos. He's an absolute immaculate player in that respect. But for us, when we look at a player like Zubimendi, he can actually do some of the defensive duties that we actually need him to as well. So there are a lot of talking points here. I mean, there was a report a few weeks ago of Real Madrid potentially going for Bukayo Saka. Maybe I think as Rodrigo's going out, I think we need a good right winger in there as well. And is Saka the right man? I actually love Saka. I think he's one of the best forward-thinking players. I'm talking about how direct he is when he goes towards the defence, and he just means everything he says on the pitch. Honestly, direct runs, directing at the defence. And there's so much that Saka offers that Rodrigo doesn't, and we saw it in the Champions League against Arsenal, what Saka offers in terms of how he has a no-nonsense attitude to whoever's in front of him, regardless if it's 1, 2 man in front of him, he will just take them on. So that is everything that obviously, we can look at in terms of a right winger, in terms of defence, in terms of central midfield. But I don't think we'll be going for Saka, honestly. I think that's just fugazi talk into the air and not really much concrete evidence to that, because Saka is an Arsenal boy. And will we see him leave potentially in the future? Maybe. Will he be to Real Madrid? Maybe. But the main news today, Trent joining Real Madrid, is going to have Real Madrid's pumped up, ready for the next season, because he is a player that can really do a job. And if it is this three at the back system, which Alonso likes to favour, which could switch to 4 as well, then I would see a very good player adding certain bits to this team. When I see Real Madrid passing out the back, I just sometimes scream for someone who can deliver a lovely cross-field ball to the other side to Vinny, or an over-the-top ball to Mbappe. When Mbappe's making those runs consistent, you can see it, but there's no one there to pick him out. And Valverde does it sometimes. You see Asensio does it sometimes as well, but not consistently, and not consistently with the accuracy that Trent has as well. So many things also that Trent likes to offer to a team, and I think he can do a very good job. Now, for me, when I look at the longevity and the project it is Trent going to be a very long-term player for Real Madrid? Who knows? Because don't forget, Carvajal's going to be back as well. So you have probably one of the best right-backs defensively in the world, with one of the best attacking right-backs in the world. So who is Alonso, if he is going to be the manager, who's he going to favour more? Will Trent then slot in the midfield? Because Ancelotti before said he would have a plan for both Carvajal and a plan for Trent as well. That's what he said openly. So there's many things that can go on with this. And it's just obviously in the eye of the beholder. Real Madrid fans are very, very, very picky with who they bring into the club. And if they don't like how they're playing in the very first 5 to 10 games, they will let that player know that they're not performing. We did it with Mbappe this year. And guess what? After what we did it with Mbappe, he stepped up his game. He said, okay, cool. Let me show you what I can do. And look, results. Exactly the same thing with Trent. He doesn't perform in the very first 10 games. Real Madrid fans are going to be questioning him. Is his talent really fitting for the Real Madrid future? And I think he can potentially do so. We'll just need to wait and see. But you know what? Trent joining Real Madrid, a brilliant decision from Real Madrid. We know that already. It was in the media throughout the year. We knew it beforehand. I've launched many videos on it before, so we just need to check it out. So there are certain things that we just need to wait and see how Trent adapts to each and every player and how he adapts to the defence, because the defensive lacking. We just saw the recent match against Celta Vigo. 3-2 it finished. We were up 3-0. Conceded 2 goals in literally the space of 10 minutes. Through passes from Aspas, of all players. This is the major problem that Real Madrid face. So we need a solid centre-back as well. If we can recruit someone like Saliba or on those lines, honestly, we are going to have an absolute brilliant time, guys. Brilliant time next year. But, like I said in this video also, it's down to the manager. So, guys, take care. Adios a la Madrid. Welcome Trent Alexander-Arnold to Real Madrid. And we will see you next time on another video. Take care.